The Tesla Model S for the 2026 model year represents not merely an incremental update, but a profound synthesis of nearly a decade and a half of relentless refinement in electric vehicle technology. Standing as the definitive apex of the performance luxury sedan segment, it is a vehicle that has fully evolved beyond its groundbreaking origins, shedding any remaining vestiges of compromise to offer an experience that is at once serene and explosively powerful, technologically awe-inspiring yet intuitively simple, and undeniably luxurious without ostentation. To understand the 2026 Model S is to explore a machine where every system, from its foundational architecture to its most minute user interface element, has been optimized for a singular purpose: to deliver seamless, effortless, and astonishing mobility. The exterior design, while maintaining the iconic silhouette that first redefined the sedan form factor, has been subtly sculpted by both computational fluid dynamics and a pursuit of aesthetic purity. Every curve and crease serves a dual purpose. The front end remains resolutely clean, a smooth panel where a grille would traditionally be, a bold statement of its difference that has now become a hallmark of electric vehicle design language. The headlights are thinner and more intricate than ever, employing advanced matrix-led technology with tens of thousands of microdiodes that can selectively dim portions of the beam to avoid blinding other drivers while maintaining maximum illumination. A system that communicates with the navigation to proactively curve light around upcoming bends. Along the sides, the profile is an essay in efficient drama. The fastback roofline sweeps uninterrupted from the apex of the windshield to the integrated lip of the trunk, contributing to a drag coefficient that defies belief. A figure so low it rivals abstract aerodynamic shapes rather than practical family vehicles. The door handles remain flush, presenting a seamless surface until the driver approaches, at which point they electromechanically present themselves. A small but daily ritual that reinforces the car's sentient nature. The wheels, available for the 2026 model, are not just aesthetic choices, but active aerodynamic components. The standard alloys are designed to manage airflow over the wheel wells, while the optional carbon fiber twisted turbine wheels incorporate subtle vanes that can actually close at highway speeds to create a virtually solid disc, smoothing turbulent airflow and adding precious miles of range. The rear of the vehicle is dominated by a full-width LED light bar, a signature element that has been refined to a razor-thin line of light, appearing as a continuous, unbroken crimson band when illuminated, housing not just tail and brake lights, but also intelligent adaptive lighting that can increase intensity in poor weather, or indicate the width of the vehicle more clearly to following traffic. The materials constituting the body are a strategic amalgamation of aluminum, high-strength steel, and advanced composites, strategically placed to achieve an exceptional stiffness-to-weight ratio, a factor directly responsible for the car's uncanny feeling of solidity and its razor-sharp handling responses. Paint options range from classic solid hues to stunning multi-coat metallics and lustrous pearlescent finishes, each applied in a dust-free, automated facility with precision measured in microns, ensuring a depth and clarity of reflection that is reminiscent of a liquid surface. Beneath this sculpted exterior lies the true heart of the 2026 Tesla Model S, its powertrain and battery system. The platform, often referred to internally as the Palladium architecture, is a further evolution of the designs that debuted earlier in the decade. The battery pack is seamlessly integrated into the floor pan, forming a structural skateboard that gives the car a remarkably low center of gravity, a fundamental geometric truth that underpins every aspect of its dynamic behavior. The cell chemistry for 2026 represents another step forward, likely utilizing a form of silicon anode or advanced lithium-ion design that increases energy density while improving longevity and charge acceptance. The result is a battery pack with a usable capacity that comfortably exceeds 100 kilowatt-hours. Though Tesla typically speaks in terms of range rather than capacity, for the 2026 model, the flagship Plaid variant is expected to achieve an EPA-estimated range that touches or exceeds 400 miles, while the standard long-range model will likely boast a figure in the high 300s, numbers that effectively eliminate range anxiety for all but the most arduous of cross-continental journeys. This range is achieved not just through a large battery, but through a holistic philosophy of efficiency, the powertrain, the aerodynamics, the low rolling resistance tires, and even the thermal management system work in concert to conserve every possible watt-hour. The motor technology is where the performance narrative reaches its zenith. The base Model S long-range employs a dual-motor, all-wheel drive setup, but it is a setup of breathtaking sophistication. The front and rear motors are not identical. They are independently optimized for their specific roles, with the rear motor typically being a larger, more powerful permanent magnet synchronous unit for primary propulsion and the front being a switched reluctance motor for added thrust and torque vectoring, capable of disconnecting entirely when not needed to minimize parasitic drag. The Plaid variant takes this to a stratospheric level with a tri-motor configuration. One motor for the front axle and the independent, carbon sleeve rotor motors for the rear. This arrangement allows for torque vectoring of unbelievable precision, capable of literally spinning the rear wheels at different speeds to pivot the car into a corner. The performance figures are, in a word, absurd. The Plaid model will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a time that defies the human body's ability to process the sensation. Well under 2 seconds, a feat that places it in the realm of top fuel dragsters and orbital rockets. The quarter-mile time is similarly mind-bending, achievable in the mid-8-second range. This is not just straight-line speed, however. The powertrain's instantaneous torque response and the traction provided by the all-wheel drive system translate to explosive acceleration at any speed. From a rolling 30 miles per hour to an autobahn overtake in triple digits, the sensation is utterly unique, a silent, surging, relentless push into the seatback, utterly devoid of the drama, noise, and shifting fury of internal combustion, which makes it somehow even more shocking in its violence. The interior of the 2026 Tesla Model S is a sanctuary of minimalist futurism, a deliberate and radical departure from the button-studded cockpits of traditional luxury sedans. Upon entering, facilitated by automatic presenting doors and a key system that works seamlessly via the smartphone in your pocket, the first impression is one of airy, spacious calm. The panoramic glass roof stretches overhead, bathing the cabin in natural light and creating an open, uncluttered feeling. The dashboard is a study in reductionism, dominated by a single, massive high-resolution touchscreen. For 2026, this screen retains its revolutionary landscape orientation, but has likely evolved to offer even higher brightness, better contrast, and a faster refresh rate, making graphics and maps appear buttery smooth. This screen is the command center for virtually every vehicle function, from climate control to suspension settings, from media playback to arcade games. The learning curve is shallow due to its intuitive, smartphone-like logic, and over there, software updates continually refine its layout and add new features, meaning the cabin experience improves over time. Directly ahead of the driver is not a traditional instrument cluster, but a second, smaller screen, also fully digital and configurable. This display shows critical driving information, speed, navigation instructions, battery status, and the vehicle's immediate surroundings as rendered by its sensor suite. The choice of materials speaks to a new definition of luxury, one focused on sustainability without sacrificing aesthetics. The standard seating surfaces are a premium vegan synthetic leather, durable, supple, and far more ethically aligned with the vehicle's mission than animal hides. Realwood trims, sourced from sustainable forestry, are available in open pore or high-gloss finishes, adding warmth to the technological landscape. For those seeking ultimate luxury, a fully customized interior with premium microfiber suedes and exotic wood inlays can be specified. The seats themselves are marvels of ergonomic design, offering exceptional support for long-distance travel while remaining plush and comfortable. Front seats are heated, ventilated, and feature multiple programmable massage functions, all controlled through the central touchscreen or voice commands. The steering interface for 2026 continues the controversial but forward-looking yoke design, a butterfly-shaped control that eliminates the upper rim. For an unobstructed view of the instrument screen, it takes acclimation, but its benefits in a vehicle increasingly designed for automated driving become apparent. Every surface the occupant touches, from the scroll wheels on the yoke to the window switches, has a precise, damped, quality feel. Acoustic engineering is paramount. The cabin is library quiet at speed, thanks to double-pane glass, extensive sound-deadening materials, and the inherent silence of the electric powertrain. The audio system is a bespoke, multi-speaker arrangement with amplifiers and software, tuning aimed at producing a pristine, immersive sound stage, whether for a symphony orchestra or a bass-heavy electronic track. Rear seat accommodation is generous for a vehicle with such a sporting silhouette, with ample legroom and headroom for adults. And available options include dedicated rear seat touchscreen controls for climate and entertainment, turning the back into a first-class lounge. The technological prowess of the 2026 Tesla Model S extends far beyond its electric motors and battery, encompassing a suite of advanced driver assistance systems and infotainment features that redefine the relationship between human and machine. The foundation of this is Tesla's full self-driving FSD hardware suite, now in its 4th or 5th generation by 2026. This consists of a comprehensive sensor array, high-resolution cameras providing 360-degree visibility, powerful ultrasonic sensors for close-range object detection, and a forward-facing radar unit for long-range distance and velocity tracking in all weather conditions. All this sensor data is processed by Tesla's proprietary silicon, a supercomputing chip designed specifically for the demands of neural network processing and real-time vision analysis, while full, unsupervised autonomous driving remains a regulatory and technological frontier. The capabilities enabled by this hardware are extraordinary. On the highway, the system can navigate from on-ramp to off-ramp, performing complex lane changes, overtaking slower traffic, and navigating interchanges entirely on its own, with the driver required to maintain supervision but not constant input. In the city, the car can read and respond to traffic lights and stop signs, make turns, and navigate complex urban environments with increasing confidence. The system is not static. It learns and improves through a vast fleet learning network, where anonymized data from millions of miles of real-world driving is used to refine its algorithms, meaning the car you purchase today becomes more capable tomorrow via a free over-the-air update. The infotainment system is equally transformative. Powered by a powerful computer akin to a modern gaming console, it offers not just navigation and media, but a full web browser, streaming video services that can be used while parked, and a catalog of games that leverage the car's controls. Imagine using the actual steering yoke to play a racing game on the central screen. The voice command system has grown more sophisticated, capable of understanding natural language requests for everything from setting the temperature to finding a specific type of restaurant along your route. The smartphone integration is seamless, with the Tesla app acting as a digital key, a remote control for climate preconditioning, a charging status monitor, and a portal to summon the car out of a tight parking space. Charging the 2026 Model S is a cornerstone of its usability. At home, using a Tesla wall connector or similar high-power unit, the vehicle can add dozens of miles of range per hour of charging, ensuring a full tank every morning. For longer trips, the proprietary Tesla supercharger network remains its killer advantage. By 2026, this network has expanded globally, with stations featuring the latest V for superchargers capable of delivering charging rates that can add up to 200 miles of range in less than 15 minutes. The navigation system automatically routes you through supercharger stations when needed, preconditioning the battery en route to ensure it arrives at the optimal temperature for the fastest possible charge, and even telling you how many stalls are available in real time. The driving dynamics of the 2026 Tesla Model S are a fascinating study in contrasts, a duality that few other vehicles on the planet can embody. In its default setting, the car is a paradigm of relaxed, effortless travel. The air suspension, adaptive and predictive, glides over imperfections, isolating the cabin from the harshness of the road. The steering is light and precise. The acceleration is silky and linear, and the regenerative braking is strong enough to allow for true one-pedal driving in most situations, where lifting off the accelerator brings the car smoothly to a halt. It is a consummate long-distance cruiser, quiet, efficient, and soothing, yet with a few selections on the touchscreen switching to a sport or plaid drive mode, lowering the suspension, firming up the damping, and sharpening the throttle response, the car transforms utterly. The low center of gravity and near-perfect 48-50 seconds weight distribution, achieved by the placement of the battery, give it the poise of a mid-engine sports car. The instantaneous torque delivery means corner exit acceleration is explosive, pinning occupants back into their seats as the car rockets out of a bend. The chassis tuning, especially with the optional adaptive dampers and track package, allows for communicative feedback and shockingly high limits of grip. The braking system, with massive, fade-resistant performance rotors and multi-piston calipers, is more than capable of hauling the car down from repeated high-speed runs, though much of the daily deceleration is handled by the regenerative system, which feeds energy back into the battery. This dual personality, the ability to be a cloud-like limousine one moment and a track-capable missile the next, is perhaps the Model S's most compelling engineering achievement. It requires no compromise. It is both things with equal conviction. Ownership of a 2026 Tesla Model S is also a departure from the traditional automotive paradigm. The sales process is direct, often conducted online or in minimalist showrooms. With transparent pricing, service is streamlined. Many issues can be diagnosed remotely via the vehicle's constant cellular connection, and fixes can sometimes be applied via software update. Mobile service technicians can perform a wide array of repairs and maintenance at the owner's home or workplace. The maintenance schedule itself is vastly simplified compared to an internal combustion vehicle. There are no oil changes, no spark plugs, no timing belts, no exhaust systems to rust. Primary maintenance revolves around tire rotations, brake fluid checks as the physical brakes are used so infrequently, cabin air filter replacements, and eventual battery coolant service. This results in significantly lower long-term running costs, offsetting a portion of the vehicle's higher initial purchase price. Furthermore, the car's software-centric nature means it ages differently. A traditional car begins to feel outdated the day it leaves the dealership as newer models appear. The Model S, through its over-the-air upgrades, can receive new features, performance enhancements, and improved interfaces years after purchase, keeping the experience fresh and modern. In conclusion, the 2026 Tesla Model S is far more than a car. It is a highly sophisticated, connected, and intelligent device for mobility. It represents the culmination of a vision that sought to prove electric vehicles could be better in every measurable way, faster, safer, smarter, more efficient, and more enjoyable than their fossil-fueled predecessors. It is a vehicle without peer, seamlessly blending unprecedented performance with serene luxury, cutting-edge autonomy with engaging dynamics, and a minimalist aesthetic with maximalist capability. It stands not just at the pinnacle of the electric vehicle landscape, but as a benchmark against which all future luxury performance sedans, regardless of their power source, will inevitably be measured.